could be a functional strength class, it could be an intense weight training workout, something like that. What it does, it creates a window of opportunity. So basically during this window, consuming particular nutrients is going to accelerate your recovery and amplify the results that you get from your workout session. So primarily that's going to consist of replenishing your glycogen stores, so that's consuming your carbohydrates, particularly your high energy carbohydrates, but also consuming protein and protein. Okay, to get the best from your workouts, that's what you need to do, and ignoring the window is going to short circuit your chances for getting the results that you want. Okay, the metabolic window basically approximately lasts for 3 hours following your workout. So if you were to train this morning, for example, whether it's weights or you did a class this morning, class finished at 8:30, that window is going to last until 11:30. You're training at a different time, you're training at lunchtime, let's say you did a lunchtime class for 1 roughly. From 1 to 4 is going to be your metabolic window. Train at night, yeah, same deal. You might finish class at 7:30 to 10:30, that's your metabolic window. So everyone understand that concept? Okay. If you're not performing intense exercise, you're not creating a metabolic window. So as I said before, that might be doing no exercise, that might be going for a walk, it might be playing golf, things like that. It's more incidental activity and it's not intense. So that's not going to create a window. The key to metabolic nutrition and to metabolic time is eating according to that metabolic window. So what you need to do is construct meals for inside the metabolic window and then outside the metabolic window. Okay, the metabolic window alters a little bit depending on your age, your training, the length of your session as well, your training experience, goals, all those sorts of things. So what I mean by that is, a lot of you might be training for more than half an hour or more than an hour. You might be training for a particular sport or an event. You might be training for 2 hours or something like that. That's going to extend your metabolic window. So without getting into too much of the detail, there's a variation depending on where you're at and where your goals are. But for the purpose of today, just think about it as 3 hours after the training. When you're constructing meals for inside and outside the window, what we're looking at is metabolically precise meals. So what are the metabolically precise meals and how do you construct them inside and outside of the window? Basically, every time you feed, you've got an opportunity to either burn fat, build muscle, or accelerate your recovery from the exercise that you're doing. Okay, how do we construct the meals? So looking at inside and outside the window, every meal must contain a first-class protein source, a plant food, so that's your carbohydrates, and that's going to vary depending on whether or not you're inside the window or outside the window. Another thing to include is a source of omega-3 fats. Okay, what is the first-class protein? Basically, what will fit into this category are things like a whey protein supplement, many of your dairies, so your milks, your yogurts, your cheeses, your lean cuts of meat for those of you that eat meat, so your red meat, your poultry, your fish, your seafood as well. And those types of foods. Anything, all of those need to be less than 10% fat as well, and high concentration of amino acids. In terms of your plant foods, carbohydrates are going to be split basically into your high energy carbohydrates and your low energy carbohydrates. Has anyone got an example perhaps of a high energy carbohydrate? Sugar? Yep, spot on.
Pasta, bread.
Yep, exactly. So your high energy carbohydrates are going to be anything that's gone through some sort of processing. They'll generally come out of a packet, so it's going to be things like sugar, your rice, pasta, your bread, your quinoa. There's a couple of high energy fruit vegetables, and they are banana and sweet potato. But outside of that, everything else, the fruits and your vegetables are going to be low energy carbohydrates. So name any fruit like your berries, your apples, your broccoli, your spinach, they're all low energy carbohydrates. Okay, and your source of omega-3 fats. Best source of omega-3 fats, does anyone want to hazard a guess? Fish. Right, quiet? No? Avocado? No, avocado is actually higher in omega-6 than omega-3, which a lot of people don't realise. There is omega-3 in both your fish and your tuna, but actually the best source is linseeds. So linseeds have the highest ratio of omega-3 to omega-6, and they're going to be the most beneficial to improving that ratio for you. So linseeds, you can buy as either, it's also known as flax seed, so you can buy flax meal or flax oil. Doesn't really have a taste to it. You can add it to all your meals. Far away from the source.